Hi, welcome back to Pint-Sized Guilt-Free Torah. So Jacob has revealed himself to his brothers. The brothers go back and tell Yaakov, their father, Jacob, their father, who's still in the land of Canaan, to come back, see your son. He's still alive. And when he comes, and he gets to meet, of course, the king, Pharaoh. And when they meet, Pharaoh right away starts with a question. He says, V'yomer Paro el Yaakov. And Pharaoh asks Yaakov, Kama yemei shnei chayecha. How many days of your life? And Yaakov answers, and we'll just say in translation, the days of my years of my sojourns have been 130. It's been few. They've been bad. The days of the years of my life are such that I have not even reached the lifespans of my forefathers in the days of their sojourns. There seems to be negativity in it. So much to the point that the Dasikanim brings up a medrash that says that Jacob was actually punished. His life ended 33 years early for the 33 words of complaint that are mentioned in this verse. He says his days have been few and bad. There was so much goodness in his life. I mean, he got his son back at the end of the day. And there was so much negativity in this response that he gets punished. 33 words were uttered, therefore he lost 33 years of his life. Chaim Shulevitz famously asks, but if you count the words, you'll only find 25 words. We're missing 8 words. Why is he punished for 33 words and therefore died 33 years early, as opposed to he just uttered 25 words? And he answers an amazing answer. He says he's punished also. You know where the additional 8 words are? It says, Vayomer Paro el Yaakov. And Pharaoh asked Jacob, Kama yemei shnei chayecha. How old are you? That in Hebrew is 8 words. So those 8 words, Yaakov is punished for the fact that Yaakov asked him the question. Now, why should he be punished for Pharaoh's question? We understand he's punished for his answer. It was a negative answer, but why the question? And Chaim Shulevitz says something incredible. He says, why did Pharaoh ask that question? That's not one of the first questions you ask a person when you're meeting them for the first time. He just looked at him. He must have looked so downtrodden, so down, that he said, wow, how old are you? And for the fact that he looked that way, the fact that he carried off that way, instead of being exuberating light and being happy that, wow, I got my son back. Wow, his daughter was once abducted. I got her back. All the things that the sibling rivalry, that's all taken care of now. I've got my family back. We're all together. We're all going to live together. There's so much simcha. There's so much greatness in his life. And all he saw, or all he mentioned at this point, was the negative. And because of that, because of his face exuded that negativity, therefore, he's punished also even for the fact that the question was asked. Rabbi Yisrael Salanter once saw a man walk in in the morning to shul, and the man just looked so just awful, so we'll say unhappy. And Yisrael Salanter told him the following. He said, there's a halacha, there's a concept in Jewish law. If you are on a public road and you dig a pit in a public road, and then an animal walks and falls in that pit, you have to pay for damages to that animal because you dug a pit in a public place. He said, your face is a public place. People look at you, that's how you are to the public. And when you look really down and out, you're like a bor b'reshus harabim. You're like someone who dug a pit in a public place. People get damaged. People look at you and then they feel down, as opposed to, when you're in an office and somebody has a lot of energy and the person's happy, no matter what, that person therefore generates that happiness and generates light. That's what we need to do. Yaakov, unfortunately, looked so down that he was punished for that. Just the fact that his countenance was what it was. We need to know that our face is what we're presenting to the public, and what's going on inside of us is really revealed by our faces and our attitudes. And we are exuberating an attitude of life and happiness and being grateful, because as difficult as life is, there's a lot of blessing and other wonderful things happening in our life. We need to show that in our face and in our attitude. So it's Hanukkah today. It's the day the Jews are victorious. The day the Jews bring light to the world. There's still that light. It's also Rosh Chodesh today. There's so many great things, and such a great thing in being Jewish. We should all be happy. We could show the world and ourselves how happy we are. And exuberate that light. Have a wonderful Hanukkah and a wonderful Chodesh Tov.